LeBron James is considered to be one of the greatest to ever do it. He has had many tough battles over the years, and he has come out on top multiple times. 2016 in the NBA Finals, where he overcame a 3-1 deficit against the Golden State Warriors, who went 73-9. 2013 against the San Antonio Spurs, especially in Game 7, and Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Detroit Pistons, just to name a few. But while all those moments are legendary for LeBron, there was one moment that was important and definitely impacted his career for years to come. 2012 was a year where he was pushed to the limit, and it was a legacy-altering year. When LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat, he was at the time the most hated player in the NBA, and he was branded as the new villain of the league.
To go on there and drag us through the mud for 7 years and stab us in the heart, I hope he never wins anything in Miami. He is dead to me.
And he goes to Miami, where the most fickle fans are? This is the worst thing that could ever happen to Cleveland since Modell taking the Browns away. Bottom line.
Everyone wanted a piece of Miami Heat, and everyone wanted them to lose in horrific fashion. And that they did. The Miami Heat would lose in the NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks in the 6-game series, and LeBron was the center of attention as he choked in multiple games and failed to show up in the clutch.
He wasn't even LeBron James. He was Alfred James. This was just pathetic. I wanted another commercial where LeBron says, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with the clutch gene, because he doesn't have any clutch gene.
LeBron was torched by everyone in the media, and he definitely needed to redeem himself the next year and prove to everyone that he can be the best. Because at this point, he did not have a championship under his belt, so he needed one to enter the conversation as one of the greatest to ever play this game.
LeBron James, it is time. He's the one with the tattoo, the chosen one. He's the one with the King James. It's like he wants to be crowned with no rings. I don't understand it. Champions don't do that.
This is where 2012 comes into play. LeBron would go on to have an amazing year, and he would win the MVP award, but none of that mattered for the King. He needed to prove himself in the NBA Finals if he wants to get mentioned, and the Heat would steamroll through the Eastern Conference in the playoffs, and that is where we enter the Eastern Conference Finals, where LeBron and the Miami Heat would face off against a familiar foe, the Boston Celtics. The Heat and the Celtics met prior in the second round of the playoffs in 2011, but one victory against Boston was not enough for LeBron. Boston was a team that ended LeBron's seasons multiple times in the playoffs when he was in Cleveland. While he showed out and dominated, his team was not enough to carry them past the Celtics, and they lost 2 years in a row, which made LeBron want to leave Cleveland in the first place because Boston was such a juggernaut of a team. And this series was definitely an entertaining one, as the Heat and Celtics would trade games with each other, and this would be a dogfight between these two. While the Boston Celtics were old, they definitely felt like they could hang with the Miami Heat and dethrone them as the top dog in the Eastern Conference. Then Game 5 would be the game where Paul Pierce would close the game out with a clutch basket.
Pierce for three. It's good. Paul Pierce from way downtown.
Pierce would ice the game for the Celtics, and they would manage to go up 3-2 in the series, and the Miami Heat were now one game away from being knocked out of the playoffs, and the media was eating this up.
If they don't get it done this year, if they get closed out in Game 6 or Game 7 of this series, it's time to break them up.
Detonate.
I believe that Pat Riley should pick up the phone, and he should call Mr. Jim Buss, and he should sit there and say that I'm willing to offer you Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade for Kobe.
The Miami Heat had everything to lose, especially LeBron, because if they lost Game 6, then it would have been over for them, and I probably would not be making this video right now. If history was rewritten, LeBron James would definitely not be in the GOAT discussion, and there would be a lot of reasons as to why, and 2012 would definitely be one of those reasons. But this is where it begins. LeBron would enter Game 6 with nothing but vengeance, and this right here is the moment where everything changed for this series.
Blows past Pearson, throws it down. I'm in the guard, LeBron James. James with the jump shot is good. James spins, trying to draw some contact.
And how they're playing right now offensively.
James for three. Jump hook won't go. James comes flying in.
LeBron would go on a tear, and he would dominate, dropping 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists, and he did that on 73% shooting. LeBron knew what was at stake, and he decided to take matters into his own hands and turn into the greatest player of all time. That look right there that he had in his eyes, you just knew that something was about to happen and something was about to go down. Like, LeBron didn't even say a freaking word, and you knew that he was going to dominate. I've never seen LeBron play that perfect, and I've seen a lot of games where LeBron was amazing, but that game right there was amazing. This was the best game I believe LeBron ever played, and he definitely was at the height of his ability, and this moment made everyone realize that he was indeed him. The Miami Heat would eventually win Game 7 and win the NBA Finals against the OKC Thunder, and LeBron would finally win a championship, and he would enter into the conversation as one of the greatest to ever play this game. But this moment right here in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals was the most important game of the entire playoffs and one of the most important games of LeBron James' career. And this was definitely legacy altering because, like I said, if certain things went the other way, I would not be making this video. But this was the game where LeBron would just turn into the GOAT. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys on the next one. NBA Nerd out.